We're live.
Breaking news, CZ and Binance are being sued by the American government. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. I am Mike and I am with Brogan.
Hello.
And today, or should I say tonight, is the Alpha Show.
Yes.
We try and get everything covered in 45 minutes or less. We've got some breaking news, as I've just said. We will also be looking at Janet Yellen, some news about NFTs, some metaverse news, and we're going to finish with some gaming news. But before we do all of that, Brogan will take us through the socials and have a look at the market.
Got to scroll.
Sorry?
I've got a trackpad, okay? I'm a bit slow right now. Give me a second, all right? Alt tab is everything. All right. Boom, bang, 226 subscribers.
226 subscribers.
It's shooting up.
It's shooting up.
I think I've already said this on the stream. I think we saw this on Reddit. Past 200 subscribers or something like that, the algorithm changes on YouTube. So,
it does.
You know, maybe.
It does. You never know, do you?
No, you never know.
You never know.
The next thing is crypto price, then it's the video, isn't it? So, I've been told by my superior to look at mainly Bitcoin, making market cap dominance, 46.3%. Dominance.
Decent.
Market cap right, or volume do you want to look at? Hold on, let me go to the volume. Okay, good, yeah. Volume 17 billion.
How many?
17 billion.
The volume is 17 billion. The volume is 17 billion.
17461944638.
That means nothing to me.
Look at it there.
I would do. I'll have to put my glasses on for this. That's an incredibly low. I can't say. No, you're on the wrong thing.
24 hour.
Go back. You're looking at Bitcoin volume. I want market volume.
Oh, I thought you put Bitcoin dollars.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Just bring up the total market volume. What's the total market volume at the top?
I need to scroll up, on. There. 49.
At the top, the very top.
Yes.
Where it says 24.
Yes, I've got the mouse on it. Look.
What is it?
40 billion.
40 billion.
Yes.
Incredibly low.
Right.
Incredibly low.
Right, because you said Bitcoin diamonds. I thought it coupled Bitcoin diamonds volume. Okay, top performers. Let's look. 24-hour.
What have we got? Anything performing?
XRP. Oh, I'll click this twice. XRP 22% up 7 day, 3% up 24-hour. Let me go to 7 days. More exciting. You see big percentages there. There we go. Litecoin 10%. Monero. The I don't know. I can't remember if it's a creator or somebody high up in Monero, maybe one of the creators. I think he got in trouble. I think.
I have no idea.
I saw something. I remember seeing an article or something, and then something about Interpol. All I'll say. That's all I know.
I don't remember.
So, bit of trouble there.
Well, we know why XRP is up because they're expecting the case to be closed anytime now.
Right.
So that's why XRP is up. And I've no idea why Litecoin and Monero are up. I've not heard anything in the news about those two.
Stellar.
Fantastic. Did you go through the website that the video that we made?
No, that was the next thing.
Oh, okay. Right, let's move on to that. We've only have we started the countdown?
Yeah, we have.
Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. We have done that. I'm definitely just doing that right now. Okay. I lied. I'm sorry we didn't. Anyway, so this is the video.
Yes.
Last video we did.
We were asked during the last stream on Thursday.
That's true, yes.
By one of our viewers what our thoughts were on Veracity and VRA. So since we ran out of time, we decided to make a quick video over the weekend and put it up. We actually sent it off to Veracity themselves, and we've had some feedback on the video. So on top of the video that we've uploaded, we will also upload a second video in the next day or two, highlighting a few of the things that they came back to us about. But on the whole, very interesting looking project.
Yes.
Only thing holding it back for me is adoption. Without adoption, it will never work.
It's very interesting. I don't know if we've seen it, but it's very interesting concepts of basically, you know, like streaming, like rewards and benefits and, you know, prize pools in terms of crypto. So very cool.
Very cool.
I like the idea.
I do.
Next thing, we're on the words on the birds.
Word on the birds. Right.
Menu sheet. Okay, good.
I've updated the menu, yeah.
Awesome. All right, this is the first tweet. Okay, good. First tweet, Octay Kavrak.
Carry on.
Wow, the chairman of the board of Dutch Bank is called Mr. Deutsche Scam.
Deutsche Scam. Yeah, I know.
We live in a simulation. We
do live in a simulation. Right, what's next? I'm very worried we're going to get to the good stuff and have no time left. So let's just whip through these.
Justin, owner of valuable CryptoPunk, accidentally destroyed it after purchasing for $123,434 while trying to wrap it up for borrowing purposes.
So we have an actual article about this further on down the stream. So this was just a bit of breaking news that I had yesterday, and we'll go through what happened later on. Next,
Mr. Major Mogul Michael Saylor. MicroStrategy repaid its $205 million Silvergate loan at 20% discount. Big numbers, many numbers. Basically 6,500 Bitcoin for about $150 million at an average of $23,000 per Bitcoin.
Correct. He's already up about 15%.
I couldn't even imagine the numbers after that. 15%.
What's he made? 15% on 150 million. So he's made 15 million in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Decent, that. Very decent.
Yes. This is hot off the, what did you say, the press?
Hot off the press.
Hot off the cow's tongue.
Hot off the press.
Off the press. Just in, Binance and CEO sued by US CFTC over alleged regulatory violations.
Yes. Now.
Oh no.
I don't give a flying monkeys about what the Americans want to do with Binance. Binance is, in 2017, Binance and Binance US split up, and Binance US complied with all the American regulations it was provided with. Binance, non-Binance US, which is basically everywhere outside of America, has nothing to do with the Securities Commission. It has nothing to do with Gary Gensler, and this is yet again another overreach by the Americans thinking that they run crypto when they don't. So this is probably one of the reasons why we had a quick dip below 27,000. It'll wear off. Binance will probably pay a fine. There is a thing in America where you can pay a fine, and it's like a non-guilt plea, where you pay a fine and you don't go to court. You're not accused of being guilty, and they'll walk away with a slap on the wrists. But it's just another stupid American lawsuit, because that's all they want to do. They don't want to regulate. They just want to fine people.
Yeah, like a drunk person of nationality, which I'm not going to think of off the top of my head, want to fight.
Exactly. Right. What's next?
Yellen, wasn't part of it? Rebel Yellen.
Yes.
Bank failures and rescue test Yellen's decades of experience. Perhaps no Treasury Secretary has arrived with such an ample resume. All of her know-how was put to a severe test as she worked to assure multiple constituencies, including financial markets, bulky Republicans in Congress, and President Joe Biden's White House economic team.
Yeah.
Working against the clock to stop a developing banking crisis, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen had until sunset on Sunday, March 12th, to come up with a plan to calm the U.S. economy. Why sunset? Why not a specific time?
Because the market, it's just for dramatic effect. So they work
sundown.
They work until
apply your policies.
Correct. Exactly.
She quickly turned to someone who's been through the fire before, and on a much larger scale, Hank Paulson. Paulson, who ran the Treasury Department during the financial crisis in 2008, cancelled immediate government action. He said, "It's really hard to stop or even slow down a bank run, and to do that requires a powerful and quick government response," Paulson said. This is in reference, I assume, to bank run on Silicon Valley Bank.
Yep.
Beginning earlier this week.
Then there's also First America, which is also on its arse at the minute.
Didn't SVB get bought out by...
Yes, they did. They've been bought out recently. In fact, I think it was yesterday or today they were bought out.
I saw a tweet about it. Yellen spent that crucial period 2 weeks ago assembling Federal Reserve officials, regulators at the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, and the official of the comptroller. We are fighting for the survival of our regional banks. The Fed defines regional banks as those who have total assets between $10 billion and $100 billion, not as small as community banks and not as large as national ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically...
Yeah, I think I'll leave that there in terms of this article. We've got the second one. Or we've got Federal Reserve.
Go on then.
Part. Okay, well, this website's horrible.
Is this the... All right, okay. Right, we don't have to read through this. If you scroll down to the table...
Oh, yeah, okay, there's a lot. Okay.
Scroll down to the table.
Low reserve transfer amounts.
Yeah, and you'll see some zeros there.
Yeah, oh my God.
You can find it. It's a very small table.
I'm looking at numbers. I mean, I'm not seeing much zeros, but I'm seeing numbers.
It's gone too far. It's right at the very top.
Oh, there's a tiny little one.
Yeah.
Here.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason this is important, 3 years ago, March 2020, American banks were told that they didn't need to even have a fractional reserve. So we've spoken on this channel 1,000 times. We don't want to keep going on about this. But for every £100 you have in your bank, if you've only got £1 or £10 in reserve, it's called a fractional reserve. Now, 3 years ago, they scrapped that requirement for American banks. They don't need to keep any of your money in the bank. So it's gone to zero.
Right.
There's a bank run. They can't pay the money back. So Janet Yellen and her cronies printed 300 billion to plug a hole. The hole is bigger than 300 billion. The banks have got 11 billion to fit a hole of whatever it was we said, or was it 110 billion to fit a hole of 11 trillion? So they don't have any money. All of the money that's in the system is fake monopoly money. It doesn't work, and it never will work. And there's going to be, at some point in the next 5 years, there's going to be a huge raft of banks that are going to close in America because they're zombie companies. We said this last week. They don't exist. So she's just trying to keep contagion from spreading, because we've had Credit Suisse go bust, Deutsche Bank's on its arse.
It's been bought out, hasn't it, by another competitor? Yeah.
UBS has bought it out. So this has now gone from America. It's in Switzerland. It might go to Germany. So this isn't something that's... It's a great big pack of cards. 2008 was bad because of the mortgages that were just given to people willy-nilly. This is equally as bad. The banks don't...
failure between everywhere.
Infectious failure. That should have been the title of our stream. Yeah. So, I'm not going to go on about it, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a ticking time bomb, and it's something that crypto fixes.
Okay, yeah.
What's next?
NASDAQ.
Now, this is positive news.
Good. NASDAQ eyeing Q2 2023 release for Bitcoin and crypto custody platforms. The exchange giant is joining Fidelity and BNY Mellon in the pursuit of their own cryptocurrency custody platform. The American Stock Exchange, based in New York City, is reportedly looking at Q2 2023 for the release of its custody services for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
The senior vice president said it's pushing ahead to get all the necessary technical infrastructure and regulatory approvals in place. According to the Bloomberg report, NASDAQ has applied to the New York Department of Financial Services for limited purpose trust company charter, which would oversee the new business.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Oh.
It's not a long article.
This is a nice little drop of positive news.
But let me ask you a question.
Right.
You're going to go full screen for this question.
Yeah. I've gone us free.
Okay.
Us two, sorry.
Right. Coinbase about to be sued by the SEC. Binance being sued by the SEC. Alameda Research, FTX collapsed. NASDAQ turns round and says it's going to have custody for crypto. Shrugs the shoulders, probably nods.
Yeah, I knew. You know, after the second thing you said, I knew exactly where you're going with this.
Why?
They want to get in. They want to. We've spoken about it before. I think what it is they want to make everyone else make mistakes. Same with. That's why there's not a lot of big frameworks or regulation.
Yeah.
They want everyone else to make mistakes, lose trust in it, and then jam themselves into this, like plug themselves in so that they can control it. I know it's obviously the whole nature of cryptocurrency is you can't control it, it's decentralized, but at least control the gateway, access to it, and the gateway to managing Bitcoin or buying is just custodial, right? So doing it that way through NASDAQ. So they don't want these private companies or privatized people which aren't themselves.
They want to keep everything in-house. Fidelity, happy for them to do it. BlackRock, happy for them to do it. NASDAQ, happy for them to do it. Goldman Sachs. All of these companies get a green light. The second somebody who isn't an old boy comes along and wants to do anything to do with cryptocurrency, like Coinbase, they let them in the door, they let them take a seat at the table, and then they come club them on the back of the head and say, right, okay, well, you've broken 76 different laws. We're going to drag
which we haven't really told you about.
Which we haven't told you about. We're going to drag you through court for the next 5 years. And for those 5 years of being in court, you won't be able to trade or practice what we said you could do 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yep.
So it's just, it's hypocritical. And it just is another example of why America needs to stop being the focal point for cryptocurrency. It needs to move outside, whether it be Europe, whether it be Asia, whether it be the UK. America is a laughing stock. It's an embarrassment.
Yep.
They're supposed to be the leaders of the free world, and they can't even write a set of regulations for companies to adhere to, and all they care about is fining people every single month. It's a different crypto company being fined. And now they've gone after Binance, who aren't even trading in America.
I mean, that's a problem. Like you said, with being pioneers. Like America, in a generalization, has been the pioneer of technological advancements for the majority of the time between obviously the iPhone, or obviously before. I mean, obviously there's Ant Turing, etc., which was British during the war. But commercial, consumer-based technology. It's been America basically pioneering this. Obviously, Asian countries as well, but America in terms of big. Financial technology, Facebook, etc., FANG, they've been the pioneer for a long time now, and they're slipping, their grip's slipping because they just don't want to change.
Nope.
Or they're spending too much time trying to make everyone look bad so that they can get in, and lock the gate and only open it to with their control. So it's a big mistake.
You've got a group of 80-year-old people, 90-year-old people making the decisions on the future of America.
Yep.
Janet Yellen is, I don't know how old she is, 90. You even have to look at people like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, right? They're walking corpses, and they're trying to tell people, don't go near crypto, it's bad. Right? That's because you control the money supply. If you control the money, you don't want anybody to use anything other than your own money because you want to control them. And as soon as something comes along which takes it outside of your control, well, we can't have this.
Yeah, it's like a very pretty little cartel system.
Exactly.
They want to steal their drugs. Drugs, bad keyword, no good. But you get the point. Like, they want to have full control. They want anyone else. They're going to try to kick them off if they do. But yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yes.
We've got to keep this quick, and we've
overshadowed slightly good news with bad context.
Well,
but still,
I don't know what else to say about these people. Right, we got Do Kwon next.
I'm getting the article now. That's still the article. There we go. First word, fugitive. Wow, okay. Do Kwon, fugitive crypto crash boss arrested in Montenegro. There he is. Poor guy. South Korea police said that Do Kwon, the fugitive cryptocurrency boss behind the $40 billion collapse of the Terra USD and Luna tokens, has been arrested in Montenegro. He has since been charged with fraud by prosecutors in the US. Mr. Kwon and his company Terraform Labs he's been accused of orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud.
Don't tell me. By America.
Fraud by prosecutors in the US. So,
well, there we go.
Yeah. South Korea authorities issued an arrest warrant for Mr. Kwon. They thought he was in Serbia. In February, Mr. Kwon and Singapore-based Terraform Labs failed to provide the public with full, fair, and truthful disclosure as required for a host of crypto asset securities, most notably for Luna and Terra USD. I'm heartbroken about the pain my invention has brought to all of you, Mr. Kwon said at the time.
Yeah.
So,
now the question is, he didn't knowingly bring Luna and UST down. It was an algorithmic stablecoin, and what that means is that it wasn't pegged one for one to the dollar. So it wasn't $1 of UST equaled $1 of USD. It used Luna, which was its own cryptocurrency, and it kind of traded off and sold it and bought it as it needed to keep its reserve. And what he wanted to do over time is he wanted to bring in Bitcoin as its reserve. So the UST would have been pegged to Bitcoin. But before that could happen, it crashed and it was brought down by a bank run, which is what has just happened in America to 3 or 4 different banks. So why is Do Kwon going to go to prison? And why are these bank managers walking free and being bailed out by Janet Yellen and every other crony in the American government?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Is it because he's Korean? Is it because
he's not in the big boy circle?
He's not in the big boy circle, is he?
That's it, no.
Right.
It's literally what we've just talked about in NASDAQ, where it's not them, so it's bad. But if it's them, it's all right. It's fine. We'll just sort it out. It's a minor mishap.
Utter nonsense. Right, let's move on.
Let me just get the next article.
This is a positive one.
Yeah. Nigerian one. We've seen a couple of this, especially with ones, buying bananas and fruit and buying things. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
It's how we talked about before, and I've talked about it in economics before, where the companies who are in these African places providing a payment system through like phones and SIM, they're scamming these people because of the rates.
Correct.
But anyways, here, crypto market. Am I on the article? Yeah. Crypto market benefits from Naira's misfortune.
Naira. Either way.
It feels like I want to say Naira, but
say Naira.
Naira
is a good word to use.
Naira, okay. Key highlights. Well, I might read this then. Cryptocurrency usage in Nigeria is rapidly increasing as a hedge against the depreciation of the national currency, the Naira. I've said it now anyway. And as a mean of sending money abroad due to the difficulty of obtaining US dollars and limited access to traditional banking services. Nigeria's informal economy, which accounts for more than half of the country's gross domestic product, has been hit hard by the scarcity of the naira and the resulting currency depreciation, with losses reported by poultry farmers and other small enterprises. MetaMask, one of the top cryptocurrency wallets, has expanded its offerings in Nigeria by allowing users to use instant bank transfers to buy cryptocurrency directly within the MetaMask mobile app and portfolio app, making it easier and more affordable for Nigerians to fund their self-custody wallets.
Now then, before you give us your thoughts on this article,
yes,
I'd like everybody to hit the like button and subscribe.
My sign's been rubbed
already. I've rubbed it out.
You rubbed it out?
Yeah, I rubbed it out.
I've been stabbed in the back by my own teammate. I thought it was one of my mates who came in here and he's rubbed it out because it was bad.
No, so
it was my...
Please like and subscribe. And by liking us, you actually help the algorithm to push us up the requests and we'll get more people watching. So, question for you, Brogan.
Hold on. Let me look at the camera in a minute.
You're our economics expert.
Yeah, I'm just getting...
We have got... I'm going to ask you the question. So... the problem that we've got, whether we're in Europe, Canada, or America, is we're talking from an ivory tower. And what I mean by that is that we've got a fairly stable currency. I know we've had a lot of inflation. I know we've had a lot of issues with the thing that we can't mention that happened 2 years ago. Right. We've got all that, but it's cleared out. Now, what we don't do is we don't talk about what's happening in Argentina or Turkey or Africa, which is the criminal devaluation of their own currency. So from your point of view, is cryptocurrency going to save the innocent people in these countries, or is there another way that they could do that?
Well, obviously, with currencies which are managed by government or governments in these African countries, there's statistics on this on Wikipedia and in terms of corruption scales, and you'll notice as you scroll down in terms of the worsening corruption scales, you'll see the governments obviously they're still working towards. Some of them aren't corrupt. Some providing a value back for the currency. Obviously, all government trust. That's where the corruption comes into play. So it is hard, even for ones which aren't corrupt, to provide a value for the currency. But they're quite corrupt. So with cryptocurrency being very digital, without any interference of any sort of government, I think this is a great answer for the currency problems in these African countries, because it allows people to have this thing which is worth something, and tradable as a value, as a store of value, yes, and a medium of exchange. That's the one, medium of exchange. So and even with transfers, they're very, very cheap. So I think it's a perfect answer for these places in terms of cryptocurrency. Absolutely. I think it's a great answer.
Absolutely agree.
I want to talk about remittances, but it got a bit long.
It's fine. It's fine. That's a good enough answer. How are we doing for time, by the way?
23 minutes. I think we're good. We've got left. I mean, we've got a game at some point near the end, so that's going to go by.
All right. Fast. Let's move on then to we mentioned it at the very beginning. This poor guy or girl had a CryptoPunk, and it all went horribly wrong. And normally when we have an article like this, what's normally happened is somebody's gone to sell it on Magic Eden or OpenSea, and instead of listing it for 125 ETH, they've listed it for 1.25 ETH or something like that, and it's been sold for 100th of its value, and that's smart. But there's been examples where people have got it back. There's been a fundraise and they've got it back. This isn't that.
No, it's gone forever, this one.
This is bad.
I'll read it out. I'll give my thoughts and you can give your good thoughts. I'll just read it out quickly.
Okay.
I'm just going to read this. I'm on the article. Yes, I am. NFT investor accidentally burns $135,000 CryptoPunk trying to borrow money. A non-fungible... Oh, so short anyway. A non-fungible token from the CryptoPunks collection worth 77 Ethereum was sent to a burn address to be permanently destroyed. However, the collector intended to borrow some money against it to buy another NFT. NFT collector Brandon Riley added CryptoPunk #685 to his collection on March the 13th by paying 77 ETH, hoping to hold it for the long term. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's sad. There's not much more you can say. It's a horrible situation.
You can't. I mean, this is one of those situations where I know we talk about crypto a lot on our channel. We talk a lot about finance on our channel, but sometimes it's worth mentioning to people watching that crypto is still very, very young. You know, if we're going to compare it to the television, we're still on 5-channel television. If we're going to compare it to the internet, we're still on a dial-up modem. We have a long way to go in crypto to get from where we are to where it needs to be. So retail, which is the man in the street and the woman in the street, where they can start to buy and hold crypto without fear of losing it. And these burn wallets, there's one called Sol Incinerator. So you can be sent scam NFTs which try and entice you into different websites. And I think over time you're going to end up with a situation where you're going to have semi-custodial wallets. I don't know if you've heard of these, which Ethereum are working on, where your family members will have access to your wallet, or trusted people to you will have access to your wallet or allow you to get it back. And I think at the minute, it's very much like the wild, wild west. And mistakes like this, which are, they're irretrievable, there's no other way to get it back. That there needs to be a solution in the future where we can try and get to a place where this guy doesn't lose $135,000.
Yes.
Now, from your point of view, is there anything that springs to mind that could be done to stop these things from happening?
Well, obviously, to do with human error, it's hard to defend against human error. However, there's obviously things like, make the UI more, obvious in terms of what you're doing. But obviously, typos still happen. There's going to have to be some sort of, SMS confirmation or email confirmation, something along those lines. Some sort of confirmation to make sure you know what you're doing. And, that's done on some platforms. And I feel like it should be, of highest priority, because you don't want people doing this situation losing $135,000.
It's devastating.
It is completely devastating. It could be, depending to some people, life-ruining money. Obviously, if you've invested all your money into one NFT,
exactly.
But and another thing which I think about, which is the decentralization and the immutability of crypto, as opposed to like normal banking and monetary systems, where if you accidentally send something or something, it can be retrieved. If you contact the bank and etc. But with crypto, it's immutable. So when you do something, it is permanent. Some situation you can reverse, but it is permanent. So if you do make a mistake, it will be done. You can't change anything.
No.
So it's a very scary thing for new people. I think that's another thing which is making it another barrier to entry. Another thing which makes it hard for people to access is the scare. Obviously, if they're educated enough, is the scare of permanency.
Yeah, absolutely.
To do with crypto. But obviously, as time goes on, you said dial-up modems. We're in a young stage of crypto.
We are.
I definitely think systems we put in place to help against this.
Precisely. No, I totally agree. Right. Before we go on, we should give a shout out to the comments. Yes. We've got Anne Jeff. Hello. We've got Hidden Agendas. Hello.
Oh. Hello then.
And we've got Web3 Superstar, who is bullish on VRA.
Oh yeah, I've been reading the comments, but also a thing I wanted to say this. I thought this when I was reading the article. If anyone has any questions or anything they want to say for us to read at the end of the stream, do say now, so we can get to them near the end.
Yeah, we will.
Got 2 articles left. What are we doing on time?
17 minutes. Yeah. Not bad. Right.
I mean, we're not going to spend too long on these other things, I don't think.
Oh, well, we might.
The games, they're more chatty.
Yeah, these are good ones.
Yeah.
We've got loads of time.
Yeah, plenty.
All right. I'm just looking forward to me chips.
Oh, don't get me started.
Right, we've got So, bit of background to this. About 3 months ago, Rockstar Games said that never in a million years were we going to have anything to do with Grand Theft Auto and the metaverse and NFTs. We're going to keep it completely away from it, etc. There appears to be a softening of that position Do you want to go through it? Because
Yes.
I don't think you agree. You believe them either, do you?
What, in terms of they're going to do it? Or?
Yeah.
Nah.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Here's why GTA 6 may revive its metaverse plans. Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games in the foreseeable future. There have been a lot of rumors about the title, with many saying that GTA 6 will have a metaverse and cryptocurrency. However, there were doubts about the development after the studio banned using crypto assets and NFTs last November. Moreover, Mojang Studios' Minecraft stopped the use of NFTs in July 2022. The gaming studio's view of digital assets and metaverse may change. Will it have metaverse and cryptocurrency? According to Walter Lee, gaming growth led at B&B Chain, the prohibition more related to NFTs than blockchain technology. He believes that mainstream studios would embrace the technology once more regulation is in place to ensure player safety. He mentioned that people do not fully understand Web3. Moreover, the space lacks proper regulation. As a result, several users and businesses are dubious about the advantages and frauds that are frequently associated with it.
Yeah.
According to Mojang Studios, wash trading, ownership issues, and rug pulls were some of the reasons the studios banned NFTs.
Yeah.
He continued by saying that Microsoft has previously integrated microtransactions into Minecraft. It makes a financial sense for both firms to want to maintain control over their in-game economies. Therefore, GTA 6's metaverse plans could happen, given there's more regulation in the space and that there is significant public demand.
Absolutely. You see, right, okay. If you look at Steam, Steam's going to have its own marketplace in the very near future where you're going to be able to buy and sell NFTs from the various games on... not Steam, sorry. Did I say Steam?
You mean Epic Games?
I mean Epic.
Yeah.
Right. On Epic Games, they're going to have their own store where they're going to take a very small slice of every pie. Right. Now, I get where GTA is coming from, Rockstar is coming from, because what you don't want to do is you don't want people to create NFTs over here which are fake, sell them to people who play GTA games. The reputational damage to GTA will be very high. You're going to have a little kid who has spent mummy or daddy's Ethereum buying a car in GTA, which isn't a car for GTA, it's a scam. So what Rockstar have to do, and maybe Epic, and maybe Steam, and maybe a few of these others, is look at a solution which is an engine, for example, which is a kind of, which is an NFT blockchain gaming solution, is try and find some common ground between everybody where we say, right, we're all going to use this marketplace, or we're all going to have our own marketplace. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, does it? You're not going to care if you have to buy your Blizzard NFT from Blizzard. You're not going to care if you've got to buy Epic Games. All you need to be able to do is fund that wallet.
Yeah.
Now, if that wallet doesn't allow you to transfer the NFTs out, but it does allow you to transfer the funds out, then you're blocking those wallets from accepting fake NFTs, and you're creating your own kind of walled gate, aren't you?
Mm.
I mean, what would your solution be? Are we on full screen? Oh, yeah. Good lad. Are we in a situation where each of these companies should have its own marketplace, or should they share a marketplace?
Well, we've had this conversation before. We were talking about what are they called? Ubisoft and Epic Games. We were talking about Call of Duty. The big problem is communication and cooperation between all these major firms, because they all want to have the biggest slice of the profits as they can, and working together is obviously not going to be the most profitable thing. But in an ideal world, they would all share something, so things could work in other places, and it would make the economy thrive, or the marketplace thrive more than it ever could, because some game could die out, and obviously marketplace would. It's a big problem, but it'd be more beneficial if there was a singular marketplace for all these things to go on, because then they could all follow the same rules. Nothing's dodgy. The data in terms of the back end, the actual technology side of it, the data should be the same, so things could cross over, and it would be better gaming experience for the gamers. Yeah. There's a lot of negatives in terms of having separate marketplaces. It just adds more hassle.
No, completely agree. So moving forward, we should have some kind of consensus between them. But they are right. There is regulation needed because what you don't want is you don't want Epic Games making NFTs for Fortnite and then the SEC in America turning around and saying, you've broke our securities laws.
Yeah.
So I understand where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
All right, then. Should we move on to
the game?
Our game of the night.
Partnered with Aston Martin.
Martin. Took me a while to find this game, and it's unfortunate. By the way, everybody, Julian is on holiday. We don't have any dad jokes because he's not here. And we don't have anybody to ask the important questions about whether it's a Bang Bang or a Broom Broom game.
But it is a Broom Broom.
It's a Broom Broom.
I know who'd be asking us.
He would be asking us.
In spirit, he's asking us right now, is it Bang Bang or a Shoot 'em Up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to play? There's a clip, isn't there?
There should be. I think it's here on the right. Yeah. Trailer. I'll play this first.
Good soundtrack, by the way. Very, very decent.
Yeah. Very cool.
So a few weeks ago, we had Fight to Earn.
No, Race to Earn.
Then when you weren't here, we had the horse racing game, The Race.
Yes, The Race.
Which was Ride to Earn, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would have. And now we've got Race to Earn.
Very cool. And mobile as well. Very accessible, which means it could be run on all platforms then. I assume if it's mobile already.
Yeah. And as far as I've read, this has 15 actual brands signed up.
Yes.
And Aston Martin being the biggest one.
I'm looking at the roadmap now. So we've got currently in current time, alpha early access. So I assume there's some sort of access to actually driving and playing the game. Q1 2023. So basically, in the midst of it right now, they're free to play players opening. So soon the game should be out.
Yeah.
And then later on in 2023, there'll be more customization.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find more on the crypto side of it.
We found all the best games while Julian's on holiday.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's look at what blockchain does it use? Polygon. Oh, using Solana and Polygon. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Why is this? How can I buy NFTs? Please make sure to join our Telegram and Discord communities to be first. Okay, so basically, in the future, you'll be able to buy the cars and NFTs.
You'll be able to trade them.
What rewards? You'll be IDT, Infinite Drive tokens, customization items, car upgrades, limited cars, car XP. Ah, car XP. I assume that's going to be tagged along with the NFT. Isn't there something with NFTs where you can edit like data on it? So I assume that'll probably have something along those lines with XP.
Yeah. So with Ethereum and Polygon and Solana, there are what are called S for sugar NFTs, which are smart NFTs.
Right.
And they're NFTs that come with contracts or come with the ability to have smart contracts built in.
Right.
So you'll be able to have an NFT that over time changes. Most NFTs, old school NFTs, you can change or update, or there has been ways of doing it in the past, but with this new technology, you're also able to enforce royalties. You're able to store records. So, for example, we just said NFT. The cars can get experience. That can be stored as part of the NFT.
Right.
So you'll have a track record of that car, the upgrades, the experience, the races, etc. That can all be stored as part of the NFT, which is a good thing. So it's evolving slowly over time,
which is good. We need more advanced NFTs if we have games and carrying XP, because like if you have a game, obviously like with NFTs, it's if you're drawing out NFTs or buying NFTs, you either have to spend a lot of money or get really lucky on the spin.
Yeah.
But what would be interesting to see, and when smart contracts come along more and more with getting integrated with games, it'd be interesting to see another side of it being the more you play with the NFT, let's say you level up all its attributes, let's say you make it most overpowered it can.
Yeah.
You could sell the NFT for more then because you it's more work based instead of luck based or money based, which is it would be a good thing to see. I don't know if I've really seen that before in NFT, but it'd be a good thing to see in terms of there's a lot of attributes you can edit, you can do, which will make your character more powerful.
Yeah.
Just not pay to win at that, and depends. Kind of is because you're paying, but anyways, it's more work to sell for a higher thing, which would be a lot better to see, which I haven't seen. But anyways, yeah.
Now I've got one thing to tell you about this, which is the more clandestine or sinister side to these smart NFTs. So Star Atlas, this isn't, by the way, this isn't breaking news. This happened a month or so ago. So Star Atlas, you buy the ships as NFTs, and they form part of your fleet. There is a line of code in your NFTs that allows Star Atlas, as the creator of those NFTs, to freeze and lock those NFTs remotely in your wallet. Now, I'm not saying that this can be used for any clandestine means. However, let's say that somebody drains your wallet and steals all of your Star Atlas ships. They can find those ships on the blockchain and freeze them.
Yeah, I suppose it's like fail-safe.
It is a fail-safe. The only issue I've got is that what happens if somebody takes over...
Yeah, if they hack Star Atlas.
Or gets hacked, and it could freeze all 10,000 ships or all 500 ships. And in games like this, the benefit of smart NFTs is you can hold the XP or the upgrades, and those NFTs become more valuable because they have that extra functionality. Yeah. The downside is that what happens if Infinite Games turns round and you've built yourself a car and they freeze it? In my opinion, that NFTs therefore is no longer yours and yours alone. If it can be remotely frozen by the creator of the game, surely that means it's not yours anymore.
Yes, I mean, it's a bit. I mean, it's slightly on top of it. It's a bit off the way. Is like immutability and like what defines? Because obviously you have to be immutable, right? So what defines immutable? Is that being ownership, or is that in terms of data of the NFT?
Exactly. Because you've got the copyright side. You've just mentioned the immutability of it. You've also got the copyright side. So let's say you get an NFT for a Man United NFT. Or let's think of something a bit better. Let's say you get an NFT for Harry Styles.
Right.
You own that NFT. Do you own the copyright to that NFT? Can you then use that NFT to promote your own business? It's Harry Styles NFT. The answer is no. In most cases, you don't have the copyright to your NFT. So technically, what is it? Is it this
what
just
are you owning?
What are you owning? Is it just like having a DVD?
Yeah.
Or a cassette? Or a record where you own that one copy, but you still can't play it for commercial purposes? It's a bit of a mess. It has to be cleared up.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? How long we got left?
I've got 3 minutes. I tried to draw out a bit of a conversation there with smart NFTs, but
got 3 minutes left.
3 minutes.
Any questions?
I'm very disappointed, actually.
If not, I'm going to pose a question to the audience and to Brogan.
All right. I'll answer first because...
Would you...
Ghost town.
Okay. You're on a ship.
On a ship.
In the sea. Do you want to fight 10 sharks who are trained to use rocket launchers, or do you want to fight 100 gorillas trained to use machine guns that are on the ship with you? So do you want to be chased around by gorillas with machine guns, or do you want to have sharks firing rockets at you from their rocket launchers?
How big is the ship? What sort of ship is it?
The QE2. It's a big ship.
Big ship, okay, right. I was thinking, if it's a small ship and there's 100 silverbacks on it, right, is that not going to sink the ship? With the sheer weight. That means they can't use machine guns in water.
It's a big ship. It's like 100 meters long. Fine. It's a big ship.
All right, so my other question is, with rocket launchers in water, If it's not a torpedo,
It's a water resistant rocket launcher.
so it can shoot in water.
It can be surface to air.
Right. And how are the sharks going to hold the rocket launcher?
It's strapped to its back.
But doesn't mean it can shoot it.
It can shoot it. That's the point of it.
How?
Do you want to fight sharks or do you want to fight gorillas? Answer the question.
Well, let's think. Okay, let's say they do sink the ship and I'm alive. I'm swimming. Obviously, they could either eat me, but let's say their weapon is a rocket launcher and that's it. They're going to have to hit me right on with a rocket launcher. And that's not 100 bullets a second from a machine gun. How well can silverbacks swim?
They can't.
So I'm going to jump off and swim away.
See, there you go. So you're going to fight the gorillas.
But at the same time, the sharks can swim really well, so they'll keep up with me. But they're going to have to hit me with a rocket launcher. And I'm doing that in the water.
But they'll eat you.
But the only weapon is a rocket launcher.
But they've still got a mouth. The
So that
same
means
way
they have
for
two weapons. Okay, right. So I'm fighting the gorillas. They can't swim that well. Like that, and they'll just like sink. And is the minigun going to work well in the water?
So you're going to throw yourself off the side of the ship and swim away from the gorillas. That's probably the right answer.
How fast do the gorillas get tired? Because what I could do, I could just stay on the side of the ship where they can't see me. Or they'd have to jump in and they'll die.
Web3 Superstar wants to fight sharks.
Sharks. Right, okay.
So he's saying sharks.
Why do you want to pick sharks?
You're saying gorillas.
Gorillas, I think so. Yeah. What do you say?
I like your idea. I like the idea of running off the side of the ship, jumping into the sea and swimming away.
Yeah. Because the thing is, if you swim away, they can shoot you.
Yeah, not if you go underwater. You know when you see these movies and
the bullet goes,
you know when a bullet hits water, it doesn't go very far into the water. All these films where James Bond goes under the water and the bullets go through, it doesn't work.
Yeah, because the velocity of it just disappears completely.
So we're going for 2 for gorillas and 1 for sharks.
I know the stream's over. Well, it says the stream's over. Is there any final comments on gorillas or sharks?
No, we've run out of time. If we're on 0, we've run out of time. That's the end of the show.
Well, you've had your opportunity.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you very much.
We will see you on Thursday. Julian still won't be here, so there's no dad jokes.
No.
And it'll be Brogan and myself.
Arguably change in quality increase from the removal of Julian, but...
And we're going to go and get a bag of chips each now. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Please make sure you like, subscribe. Help us out. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Let me just get to the outro.